Good morning, Binyam, and welcome. Thank you for being with us this morning at the IRF annual conference. I'd like to start immediately asking you about World Bank and the Multilateral Development Bank's joint statement. The bank and the MDBs have issued this year a joint statement, a firm commitment to an ambitious and integrated approach to road safety. How do you concretely operationalize this commitment you have made in the joint statement?
Thank you, Susanna. It's great to be here to participate in the IRF annual conference. Thank you also for the good question. So the joint statement that was issued by all the MDBs was a confirmation of the 10 MDBs to cooperate, support, and finance road safety projects in order to significantly reduce fatalities and injuries. MDBs are streamlining road safety project support within their respective organizations. We have seen new dedicated standalone road safety projects that address road safety issues in a comprehensive and integrated manner. In addition, the road projects include safety considerations in the design of the respective projects. Several projects worth a few $1 billion are in the pipeline for dedicated financing for road safety within MDBs. In the case of the World Bank, US $1 billion projects are in the pipeline that will be standalone road safety projects to be approved this fiscal year. This includes the projects in India, Bangladesh, and Ukraine. In addition, we have seen a sustained effort to integrate road safety considerations in all transport projects. Our focus really at the World Bank and other MDBs is really to scale up our collective engagement with countries to support their efforts to achieve SDG 3.6 and SDG 11.2. We're also making efforts in harmonizing our transport, health, and urban development investment priorities and procedures. Our focus is on the provision of safe infrastructure for all users. We recognize this challenge ahead, but you can be assured of our commitment to putting our financing and technical support behind country road safety initiatives.
Thank you very much, Binyam. Sorry, I was struggling with my microphone, and I want to rebound on this. Mobilizing adequate financing for road safety interventions was in fact highlighted as a high priority during the third Global Ministerial Conference on Road Safety, which was hosted in Stockholm in February 2020. What do we exactly need to put in place to realize that transformational change that will help raise adequate financial resources and to bring road safety efforts on the ground to scale?
Yeah, thanks, Susanna, again. Yeah, this is a very important question. There are two things I believe that we can do to really mobilize financing to transform road safety projects. First is I think we first need to improve the way projects are designed and implemented. There are billions of dollars that are invested in road safety through our many developing countries, low and middle income countries. And there are also quite a lot of financing from MDBs that are going to road safety. So the first order of business is really to improve the way we design and implement projects. This means we have to do an in-depth analysis of what the road safety requirements are, what the interventions that are needed for this. So that's one thing. So do what you're doing already in a better way and in an evidence-based, informed way. The second thing is we need to really scale up investment in road safety. The World Bank estimates that there is a US $260 billion shortfall in investment in road safety for the next 10 years. So the needs are quite high. So this will require two things. One is the public expenditure framework, the way countries prioritize investment for their road sector really needs to change and needs to show that the expenditure is outcome focused, is targeted to road safety, and it can actually result with some level of outcome. So the fiscal and expenditure management system really needs to be to change and to need to prioritize road safety as a key priority of investment, not just simple infrastructure. Second is that we need to diversify the source of funding and financing. We need to look at the new source of revenue, new way of attracting private sector, or introducing new innovative financing. So this is what I think for that.
Thank you very much, Binyam. And I'd like to stay on this last point you mentioned about and ask you more specifically, what is the role that you see private sector could play in all this scenario that you have just described?
Yeah. So the private sector already plays quite a bit of role in really road safety, mostly on the service side, such as vehicle testing, making sure vehicles are safe, etc. We see that. There are also some other small minor aspects that the private sector does. But the biggest return is going to be if we can get private sector investment in the road infrastructure itself, in making sure road safety is included in road infrastructure, or they can invest there. So we are working as a World Bank group, World Bank and IFC, working together with IRF and FIA to look at what are the different options and mechanisms to attract private financing for road infrastructure. So this can include making sure that the PPP structures, the concessionaires, they have road safety requirements that they can actually invest on improving the road or upgrading them to a better road, more safer road, and then get a return out of that. It also includes looking into the sustainable debt market, where there's quite a lot of sustainability linked or SDG linked social bonds or whatever different kinds of instruments that are out there, and incentivize the private sector, institutional investors, sovereign wealth funds to invest in road safety. However, in order to get projects to be invested or private sector to invest on road safety interventions, we need to first create projects that are investable. So the problem is road safety hasn't gotten the interest of institutional investors because there is no clear, well-identified project. So what we're doing is try to what we call projectize a road safety intervention, meaning identify what the costs are and what the returns are going to be for investing such aspects. So I think the work that is being done now will look into how we can quantify the different costs, and then look at the stream of revenue to actually pay back this cost, and create basically a project and a financing structure that's going to allow the private sector to invest on this road safety. So we're very excited about this prospect of looking into mobilizing private capital into road safety, and hopefully stay tuned, and we may see more private sector financing going to road safety in the future.
Thank you very much, Binyam. Investable projects, that's exactly the key word. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in the rest of the session together with our distinguished speakers today. Stay with us, maybe on remote, and I'll move to the next speakers now to deep dive in some of the critical issues you have been mentioning in your intervention today. Thank you very much, Binyam.
Great. Thank you, Susanna, again for the invitation. It was great.
Thank you. Bye-bye.